Hey guys, Andy Tran here with the Interbark Outdoors channel. If you guys are like me and are what you call a knife enthusiast, then you probably share a few of my traits, which is you have a lot of knives, friends ask you to sharpen their knives, and your flavor of autism makes it so you're kind of obsessive about making sure all those knives are razor sharp. If that at all describes you, check out this video because we're going to go ahead and look at the WorkSharp Ken Onion Mk2. I've already reviewed a few of their products on the channel already, and this is the newest iteration of all that. So stay tuned and let me know what you guys think. First things first, let's go ahead and take a look at how it's all packaged up. It comes with a set of abrasive belts, including a buffing belt, and it has the main sharpening cassette installed. There's a quick angle guide separating the sharpener with the grinding attachment. And then underneath here, there's another set of abrasive belts for the grinding attachment itself. Now that we have the sharpener out of the package, let's go and look at some of the key differences between this generation and the previous one. The first generation uses a mechanical switch to adjust the speed and constant on function. The Mk2 uses a digital controller with an LED light to show you what speed the sharpener is at. Constant on is accessed by using the circle arrow button here at the top. The on and off trigger also is protected with a guard, something that the previous one didn't have. To adjust the grind angle on the first gen, you have to loosen a knob and directly manipulate the top roller. On the second generation, the angle is adjusted using a screw drive. This also eliminates the need for a tension screw, which can come loose over time. The first generation requires a tool to change the distance between the two top rollers. You also only have 2 stages. It's kind of a pain in the ass if you're going to be switching this setting more than once. For Gen 2, it's a toolless system, so all you need to do is release tension on the belt and move the roller to one of 3 positions. The platen on the Gen 1 isn't a true flat platen since there's no belt support like on the Gen 2. The platen is replaceable since it will get wear and tear after prolonged use. The shelf on the Gen 1 is not movable and doesn't have a plastic protector on it like the Gen 2 does. You'll see that the shelf is adjustable up and down, and it's also covered with a plastic protector, so you don't have to place your knife directly on metal. I can confirm that you can mount a Gen 1 blade grinding attachment to the Mk2 sharpener. I also assume that you can mount a Gen 2 knife grinding attachment to the Gen 1 sharpener by grinding off this little lug, which is really the only difference between the two mounting systems. They probably don't want me telling you this, but they also don't pay my bills either. Let's take a look at the differences in the sharpening cassettes. The Gen 1 rollers are larger in size, whereas the Gen 2 rollers are smaller in profile. The angle guides on the Gen 1 don't have a relief cut in them like the Gen 2, which will allow you to more easily sharpen knives with thumb studs or bolsters. The angle adjustment on the Gen 1 was improved by changing the mechanism and also giving you tactile clicks. The new mechanism uses a screw to change the angle and also gives you a much more solid angle guide that doesn't move when you put pressure on it like the Gen 1 did. I would say that this is the biggest improvement that they had over the Gen 1. The tensioner on the Gen 1 doesn't lock, but it does on the Gen 2, so it's a lot easier to replace belts. And the Gen 2 cassette has a tracking adjustment located here at the top, whereas the Gen 1 did not. A system like this is really nice when you have a lot of different knives to sharpen at the same time. It really speeds up the whole process and allows you to stay consistent. The new adjustments to the design makes changing belts quick and easy, and I was able to refurbish these kitchen knives pretty quickly. And this shed knife was the worst out of them all. I told my friend Ben that I would keep him anonymous so the internet would not castrate him for neglecting his knives. For this one, I needed to use the blade grinding attachment. I started with a blank slate by grinding away the edge that looked like saw teeth. I then switched to a medium grit at a low, medium speed to start putting the edge back onto the knife. And next I moved on to the fine belt. Next I stropped the edge. The sharpening system does come with the buffing belt, but I prefer to do it this way for this size knife, especially because this edge is super thin. I definitely prefer the grinding attachment for tools, and the convex edge works great here since the edges of tools go through so much more. For this axe, I went and did all the belt stages. I used the medium, fine, extra fine, and then I moved to the buffing belt. This is the sharpest that this axe has been since it came out of the factory. A buddy put it into some dirt, so the edge needed some love, but now it's a mirror finish. So that is the WorkSharp Ken Onion Mk2. If you guys have any comments or questions, you can go ahead and comment down below or message me directly. If you guys enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe. Also check out my Facebook page, Instagram, and other social media. Really kind of helps you know these are the kind of videos you want to see. But as always, take care out there.